Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I am hopefully reaching out to everyone. Apparently we've got issues with the sound. Thank you for the first time viewer out there. Let's see, are you getting sound now? Can you hear me? I'm going to check my stream before we get going. I can hear my vocals, so hopefully that's a good thing. Alrighty, so thank you Smoke and R, a shout out to you mate, and everyone else joining us and following us. Alright, so let's get on with it tonight. It is the third race of the season. It's the Xfinity series. Let's take a quick look at this race info before the race gets underway, and I do apologize, it's the first time I've used these graphics, but it is the Chopshop Xfinity series. It's race 3 at the Auto Club Speedway. The temperature is going to be pretty decent there tonight, and along with this oval track, it is quite a hard one. Now, the guys are going to be running on 50% fuel. They've got 6 set of tyres tonight, and it is going to be mostly cloudy, but it should be a great run tonight for the boys. Now, this track is known for having very minimal caution, so we'll see what the boys do tonight. They've had a lot of cautions come up over the last 2 races. Daytona saw 8 cautions, I believe, and last week at Kansas City, the boys had a few more than normal on that track. Let's move on to the grid quickly before this race gets going, as those cars are going to be loading into that grid right now, as you can see. So we've got Andrew Payne having a top season this year, just being lucky and unlucky up the front there, keeps running. We got Sean King as well. He's looking to have a great race tonight in that number 7. In third place, we've got Farrington, Walker in at third. Waller in at third. We've got Sevi and Holland in at 5th and 6th. Then you're going to have, I am going to apologise for the boys' names here. This is my first run with these guys. So Gree's going to be in on 7th and Bunnell on 8th. Then Esham is going to be sitting there in 9th with Strickland in at 10th. And then we've got Jurix and Manager there on the next row of the grid. Following up with Nubra and Weekly. And then in at 15th and 16th will be Williams and Valley. In at 17th and 18th is going to be Fernett and Porter. And then in at 19th and 20th is going to be Corbett and Newman. And then, of course, we've got Amar there on the race control. And Tennant's going to be down in 22nd with a DQ in qualifying there. Ron Reynolds as well with a DQ, and Getler, they all ended up with a DQ in qualifying as those boys start lining up on the grid. Now let's get that tower up and running here. It is going to be 116 laps tonight. It was scheduled for 112, so we'll have to wait and see. This is a delayed telecast, guys. Normally our sponsors and media partners out there usually stream this on a Thursday morning Australian time, or a Friday morning on Australia time, or a Wednesday night, Thursday night in America, as we watch King, as we ride with King there. Normally on a Friday morning, these guys are streamed by our partners, Signature Esports, who are currently live right now. If you want to check out their Jason over there does an amazing job. They are live right now. If you're watching us live here, check out the links below for all links to the Signature Esports. But right now it is the Chopshop Xfinity series, and we've got 23 runners, I believe, tonight. There's your table right there with the 24. Let's throw that up to a split session there, and that will circle through top 10 and bottom field. So there you go. The Salah, just ignore 24th. He is our race controller for this evening. But right now, Payne and King will lead this field away. But he'll come in very shortly. There he goes. And these boys are about to start this race and get it underway. King and Payne lead the pack, and it is time to go racing. Let's go green, and off we go. Let's see what these boys have got for us tonight here in California. As it looks a little loose there for Payne, but he's still going to hold that inside line, and King's going to stay outside, but undercutting him is Farrington. So he's at that high line. As much as it is the fast line on this track, it is also not holding together. Now that bottom of the track there, that bottom line is very greasy early in the day, and I can tell you right now, a lot of the boys will have trouble. These cars get loose very quickly. They're not the Cup cars. These are the Xfinity cars. They're a lot different. As we watch these boys up the front, let's drop back a little bit here into that third pack. As you can see there, these guys are trying to keep it too wide. They're paying the respects and keeping it together, but if they can keep this going and just get that flow happening, we might get away with no cautions for a while. Let's see if they can run green a little bit. As it looks like at the moment, it looks like Waller is slowly slotting back and not getting that draft happening. He is in that Mustang, that 67 Mustang there. And just below him in that 96 is excuse me. No, it's not coming up on my time board for some reason. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, it is Bunnell. Bunnell is trying to keep that inside line on him right now as they get really close. You don't want to be trading Payne up that high. You're going to end up bouncing off the walls. But he's holding a steady line there and looking pretty good. Let's keep moving down the field to our first Canadian in the field. And that is the 99 car right there. And Kevin has been putting on a good run so far, holding that bottom line, trying to get that slipstream out of the 96 there. And he's going to move down to the bottom where it can get very greasy. It takes about 3-4 laps for these tyres to heat up, as he does get right in front there. And that's going to cost him. He's going to lose a bit of speed as he slides to the outside. Let's drop down a little bit and join Michael Nubra. Nubra's down here in the number 56. Nice livery there. He's running that low line. See how loose that rear end of that car gets there on that Chevy. That low line is a tough one. They kind of want to stick up a little bit where that black, where you can see that that black run mark is here, and we are definitely going to see some action at some stage, I would say, in this race. But the boys are running pretty clean right now. This is 4 laps in. They've gone clean. In some areas 3 wide, 4 wide there. So at the moment, the big movers at the moment, places gained. I've got a +5 for Brendan Porter. Let's check out him at the moment in that 16, I think it is, or the 11. No, he's in the 11. So that's Brendan Porter there. He's made the biggest gain of 5 places at the moment. He's up into 13. He's just trying to stay on that low line. He slides right up. Now, these cars have that tendency on this track to do that. It's very greasy out there under the temperatures. It gets quite hard to handle these cars if you aren't quite dialed in. The tyres aren't sitting there nicely. So it's definitely going to be a long race for these boys. We'll see what they can do. But right now, Porter looking strong with those 5 moves up the field. But right behind him is Strickland. He is one of the co-owners here of the Chopshop boys, or the Chopshop brand. Strickland and also known as Striker, riding that number 29 car there in the Chevrolet. As he starts joining that high side pack right now, and, just trying to hit the groove in and starting to move with the pack. King and Payne still up front, leading with Farrington in 3rd right there, and Bunnell has moved up into 4th. So the boys are definitely starting to get into that groove that we were talking about. If they can hold on to this groove, all settle in, we may get away with going green for a bit. We'll just have to wait and see. This track is known to be able to hold the green flag for a while, so we'll have to wait and see what can happen and how the drivers run it. But a lot of the drivers picking that high line early, and that's because the lower line is very greasy. Especially when the tyres are not quite at temp. If they haven't get them up to temp, it can get very slidey and greasy. But yeah, Magna is making a move up the field there, number 27. Let's go in with him as he tries to make that lower side run. Let's see if we can get a. Let's jump into the car here with the number 27. This is his point of view. He's definitely taking that middle line, moves in on the inside there, as you can see, and hear those tyres squealing. He's got to come off that throttle, make sure he's not accelerating as he comes out here, as he slides up in behind striker there. Definitely, so the car audio is way too loud apparently. Drop the audio a bit. Hopefully that's better. Let me know how it's going out there at the moment. We'll see how that is. Hopefully that has helped a little bit. Hopefully that audio is a lot better. Thank you for letting me know. Now, let's see. Let's get back on track into the TV cameras here. And that is a look at the field at the moment. King and Payne are out front. Let's check in with Sam King as he leads the pack right now around this track. And right behind him is in that beautiful livery of 93 in Payne, Andrew Payne. He's had a strong start to the season, but the end result's just not been the effort of what his race has been. Andrew's had a top car this season, but seems to just get medalled up in the last couple of laps and drops a few places. He should have had a win a couple of weeks, last week ago I believe, but just missed out. And then again the week before he ran a real good race at Daytona. So we'll see what we will see tonight. But Payne and King looking strong at the front of the pack there. Switching it up, giving the toe now to King, and Payne takes the lead. And then just behind them is Farrington and Bunnell. Bunnell is sticking with that pack there in the 96. And some beautiful liveries out there. Let's have a look at that number 88. That is quite a beautiful looking livery out there. And got that nice goldish chrome on the 88 number there happening. As, we are green for 11 laps here at the Auto Club. So the 88 there, the Nationwide, running a strong race at the moment. He's hooking up with Bunnell, and they've been working together. As he now starts taking that low line, Bunnell goes high, and Esham is just hanging in the back of that pack there as well. As Savvy is also right there in the 5th place as he hugs that wall, and we watch the 88 slide in and go topside. He's going to get in behind that 96 and get that draft, or the slipstream, depending on where you're from. So let us know where you're from, how you're going. I'm jumping onto the multi-stream now and checking out any comments. Let me know. As we stay here with these guys, there is a total of 4 Toyotas tonight, and there is 5 Fords. So the rest of the field are the Chevys. But let's have a look at those lap times now, going on this way. Averaging around that 43 seconds there, and as they get further down the pack, they're looking more around that 44 seconds. The best time out there on track has been a 41. And that's by Payne right now. And then, of course, here is the field of your cars. We'll throw up those logos there, as you can see. A lot of Fords, a lot of Chevys. Sorry, a lot of Chevys, not a lot of Fords or Toyotas. The Holland and Holland Valley and Duro and Newman are the only ones in those Toyotas tonight. In the Fords, you can see Waller, Gree, and where was it? There was one more there. Oh yes, and Fahrenheit. Yeah, the 19th there. So they're the Fords, and of course our official race control is sitting there in a Ford, but he is not participating in the race. So let's check back in up the front here with Andrew and Sam, as they are still working to push this pack forward. It is 15 laps green for 1:16. So we'll see what these boys can do. It's definitely probably one of the longest stints this season they've gone green for, as it is season 1 for the Chopshop Xfinity series and race 3. Let's have a quick talk about some of our sponsors there. As you can see, AMR Paints. He's hit him up. He's part of the Chopshop crew. But also find him on Facebook and that. He does a lot of the boys' liveries that you're seeing here. You'll see his logo on any of the cars that he's actually done the paintwork on. So check him out. And if you need any liveries and that for iRacing, just hit him up. He does an amazing job, and shout out to him. Of course, the Chopshop boys here running the Xfinity series. A lot more coming there from them later in the year. Join their Discord. All the links for their Facebook and Discord are in the description below. As we are watching King and Payne here lead this pack on 16 laps of green at the moment. There are 16 out of 116. And at the moment, our biggest mover would be the +5 of... It would be Jesse Bunnell, sitting there in third. He is the biggest mover, and he's also starting to catch up to those 2 leaders there. He's kind of in a little bit of a no man's land, no slipstream in that, trying to get that side draft off the wall as he's running down now into turns 3 and 4. But if he can keep up with the pace with King and Payne tonight, I'd say he's in for a good run, and could even get a good amount of points by the end of this race. As you can see, the leader's just in front of him there. So we'll just have to wait and see what he can do tonight. There's a lot of movement around in the back of the pack here. We're going to head down to mid-pack around the 14-15 mark area. So let's head down here. That's Parker Weekly there. And he's in that number 3 car. So a little bit of movement there. Not 100% sure what happened. But it looks like something's happened with Reynolds and Porter. As we'll check in with them. They're in the pits, I believe. That's Reynolds coming in now. In that 77 Chevy. And he's going to pull it up there. And there must be something going on there. Maybe running hot. And Porter is coming out. Maybe it's some management here. Some fuel or tyre management. They are around lap 19. We've got a couple coming in. Matt Magna's coming in that 27 car as well. So this is all starting now to get a little strategical. The boys are starting to come into the pits in that in the stages now of lap 19. So we'll keep an eye out for those leaders and when they come in. And let's jump on with Newman. Newman's up into 18th now with those pit strategies. So he's running the split second Coca-Cola livery. So representing split second gaming, and got that beautiful navy livery happening. The white representing the white ensign of the navy, with the camouflage of their DPNU uniforms, and of course their logos, and of course Coca-Cola as usual on the split second gaming car. So a few sponsors out there, but representing the Royal Australian Navy, the only Aussie out there in the field, and he's also the one representing split second gaming or split second racing team, Coca-Cola racing team. So we'll see how he runs tonight. He's at the back of the pack. He's in 18th. He's had a lot of struggles with this tonight at this track. Poor qualifying for him, and the car definitely was showing a lot of looseness in the qualifying session and the practice session beforehand. But split second racing team, Coca-Cola racing team, are moving to Chevy. This is the last race you'll see with them in the Toyota, as next week at Iowa they will be moving to the Chevrolets. So it'll be interesting to see what they do and what liveries come out. But I've heard that there's been a lot in the works. Talking about Toyotas, let's go and check out Richard Holland there in the 35. He's in that Tabasco. Beautiful livery, I gotta say. He's looking very, very strong out there. As they come down, he makes a nice little move here on the 99 car. As he takes that low line, switches it back up. But that is a nice looking livery there for the Tabasco car there, the 35 of Holland. A little bit nicer of a look at those cars. Now we've got a few in the pits. There is a big group of people coming in the pits. The leader, Sam King, is in. There he is. Let's see what we can see here. We've got a few coming in and out now as they start rolling through. King is out. We're still under green. The strategies are playing. But there is the whole top, well, the next top 7 to 8 are coming in as well. So the field is shaking it up. It is lap 23 of 16, 116 here for the Chopshop Xfinity series. So right now, Payne is back out in front. Farring is in second as we watch these guys get those pit stops in. Some are doing 2 tyres, some are doing 4, some are getting a full load of fuel. As we can watch now through the pit lane, a little bit of carnage. We'll get back to it. Now Payne was able to pit and stay with it. And that 35 Holland is, that 35 car of Holland, that Tabasco car, is actually up in to third and second, having a battle with Burnell. As here you go, the front 3 leaders now. After all the pit stops, Toyota are up in front at the moment. And after that big shuffle around, we will let's go to those gaps now so we know what's going on with those cars. And we'll bring out the top 20 cars. So that's your top 20 with the splits right now. Now I did have the ticker organised, but unfortunately there is something going on with the graphic work there, and it is quite skewed and not fitting the screen properly. So I do apologise for that. But right now, Burnell is out in front with Holland and Payne. King not far back there in the background. He'll try and catch this pack. And Magna is sitting in 5th right now. See if there is anything exciting going on in the field as I hit the exciting camera. Here we go. We got a nice little pack of 4. So we are sitting on the exciting camera now. So number 11 we are following with right now. That is Porter. And he is sitting in 11th. So 11 Porter. As he's going to try and slot in nicely here with these guys and just keep this flow going as we are at 25 laps already. And what a race so far we've seen. Not much action, a lot of passing in that, but not much action in regards to cautions. We haven't seen one yet. So, big move here by the number 29, Striker Strickland, as he starts moving up now and he's into 11th. Not far from the top 10. Strickland looking to have a top 10 finish tonight, if not a top 3 if he can get there. But Porter and Strickland look like they're going to try and push themselves up together. Strickland not working with him, and neither's Porter. They're just keeping to themselves there. Strickland trying to get that slipstream of the car in front. But just behind there, Valley and Weekly are having their own little battle in 13th and 14th. And that 16 car of Valley is actually getting a move up the field right now. And he's got a good run happening in that Toyota, as he's going to try and slide up in front of Porter now. And he's got a good run happening here. So after that pit stop, those fresh tyres, those first laps or 2 coming out on track get a bit greasy for these guys, and they're probably not pushing as hard as they could to start with, because you don't want to burn those tyres out early, but 2, when they are green tyres, this track, especially on that lower line, is quite easy to rotate the front end of that car and put her in a wall, or worse, end up on the infield on a wall or something. Once you head down south of that track line, it is a lot harder to keep control of that car if you lose control on a flat surface. These cars are designed to run on this banking of these tracks. So when you get to those flatter surfaces, especially in other tracks where it's a flatter surface, if they're not set up for it, it's a lot harder to control them. It also depends on the driver's settings, of course. So we're on lap 28. Let's go and join the leader, Andrew Payne, as he's got a little battle on his hands by the looks of it. Looks like Bunnell and King. No, looks like they're lapping one of the cars already. That is the number 5. So there's a number 5 of Cody Getter. He's struggling a bit at the moment. He's down a bit there on the race tonight. Getter and Newman are both now down on the laps of everyone else, and Ron Reynolds is, I believe, pitted and out of the race. Possibly out of the race. He's in the pits at the moment. It looks like he's ticking up some damage or something. I'm not sure what's happened there, but maybe we'll get some feedback soon. But right now we're up front. It is Bunnell in the 96, Payne in the 93, and King holding on to these front 3 runners as well, with that lapped car. But it looks like King and Holland are a bit further back. That's King there, and then Holland is right back there in 4th. Magnar, he's sitting back here, and Essam is down into 6th there as well. So a very spaced field at the moment. Starting to see lap traffic come through. The next one to get lapped, who's also the biggest dropper in the field. Let's jump on with him here. The number 99. Kevin's had a rough run. He started off well, but those pit runs and all that have hurt him, and he's just ended up all the way back down now into 20th, and he's the only car that has not been lapped at the moment, so in the back part of the field. So he's got a bit of a race to run. He's at the back. He'd be hoping for a safety car right now to bunch up the pack. He hasn't been doing too bad. His lap times have been sitting pretty moderate. His last lap was a 42 seconds, so 42.9. So that's running a pretty decent speed there. He was in the pits for 1:13, so maybe some damage and that needed to be fixed. Maybe a penalty for speeding. Not quite 100% sure there. He had a 30-second stop, so yes, I'd say there'd be some repairs or a penalty that happened there. There's not much coming up on the ticker in regards to that information for me. But Kevin's definitely hoping for a caution right now to try and catch up the field. So, but let's head back up to the middle of the pack here and see what we can find, if we've got any battles going on. The mid-pack keeps switching it up. There's some groups floating around the track here. And, of course, our sponsors, or associated partners, and all represented brands are coming up down the bottom there on the top right screen above the iRacing.com. Coca-Cola, one of those brands that Split Second Gaming associate with, well, not associate, but recommend. And we definitely do love Coca-Cola. And me personally, Coke Zero. I love it. Can't get enough. So as we're here at the moment with Weekly, he's definitely trying to stay in the fight. He's down into 15th. He's only lost 1 place from qualification, and he qualified in at 14th there in that number 3. And he's doing pretty decent up there. Let's go and look at Williams here in the is it 82 or 62? I'm not quite sure. That's number 14. It's an 82. It comes out better on the on that table there on the tower. So we are 34 laps under green. This is the longest stint that these guys have gone in this season under green. So it is a great run at the moment for these guys. But we did say this track is, if the cars can get into a run, very hard to Very hard to keep racking up those cautions, but as we know, safety cars breed safety cars, so we'll just wait and see what happens. Moving up into 13th there, we got Andrew Tenold. He's in that monster car, that 45 Monster Energy Chevrolet Camaro, and as he's heading down this back straight, let's have a look at that car. It is looking quite nice, I have to say. Any Monster Red Bull kind of looks always look good. So yeah, let's see what the our blimp views got for us from the top there. It's looking quite nice from the top, and that is from our blimp view. But we might have a look at and see if we've got the chopper cam tonight. I don't think we do, to be honest. It doesn't look like we do have the chopper cam. So we'll head into the dynamic TV now. There's some movement happening there. Strickland has dropped down into 12th. He's been down there for a while now. Holland, he's still sitting there in 5th. 23's caught up and now is sitting in 4th. So we'll move up with Essam as he's starting to push. His lap times are actually looking pretty decent here. He did run a 44 flat, but before that he's been averaging those 42s. He's up on his own sector right now in his gap. He actually is bringing in Sam King and Jesse Bennell at the moment up the front. So Payne has dropped back at the moment. Oh, sorry, Payne's up the front. That's my bad. Payne is up the front, and King and Bennell are trying to chase up. Now, Jesse Bennell, talking about Jesse, he has actually made 6 places up right now, and he is tied for the biggest mover at the moment. Matt Magna is the other driver on 6 up positions, and he's sitting in 6th at the moment. Looks like Newman is about to pop lap traffic as we ride with Bennell, and he's about to come up to the lap traffic of Getter and Newman. So they're going to try and get out of the way shortly, I would say. He's trying to get that toe off him. Trying to keep up with Payne as Newman's gone high to let him by. And now he's still staying with that number 5. It's trying to get back on that lead lap. Getter is doing what he can, but to be honest, he's not quite getting out of the way, is he? And there's Payne in the foreground there as well. A lot of the guys trying to get a run on the others, and Newman again getting out of the way for what looked like King or Esham. So there's a fair bit happening on track up the front now that the back markers are starting to get involved. Will we see our first caution as we go to lap 39? It's 39 laps under green. So this is getting quite interesting now as the back markers get into the field. Payne, he's leading the race as we move up there. He's just gotten past Getler. So Corbett down in 20th. Porter was in 11th. He's down to 19th. We'll be looking at some of those pit stops coming up again now on lap 40. So anywhere between 40 and 43 would be the key mark around for those people that pitted around lap 19. About 23 laps worth of fuel. Tyres are averaging around should get about 30 laps out of your tyres as well on this track. They've got 5 sets on in the pits, and they started with a set on the car, so a total of 6. They got a 50% fuel capacity in these cars as well, and they are definitely going to be getting close to their next round of pit stops. Will it be under the yellow of a caution, or will we see another set of green pit stops leading into strategy? We've got Newman and Reynolds in the pits now, so I'd say the rest will too. Porter's in the pits as well. He's coming in now. And a few guys are definitely off their sector times, or off their interval times. So I'd say we're looking at from about 6th to 10th, possibly looking at coming into pits shortly. As we go to lap 1 green, and here we go. Here comes some of the pit strategies. Let's go down to the pit cam, and we'll see what's happening in pit lane at the entry here. We've got a few coming in that look like the 27 and the 35. And of Magna and Holland, and I believe it is. And then also Grease in and Weekly's in. And a few others are coming in now. So those strategies are definitely coming together right now. Don't forget to like, share, follow, comment, guys. We'd love to get involved with you guys as the stream's going. And we love to get your feedback on the stream as well. So let us know what is going on, where you're from, where you're watching. You're watching Split Second Media with the coverage of the Chopshop Xfinity series. We will be back in a second. I'm going to leave you on track with these guys, and I'm going to take a quick thirst quencher break with Coke No Sugar. I'll be right back. As we can see, the pit strategies are coming in play, and Andrew Payne is still sitting in first there, and he's going to get a clean run out of the pits, and he's going to stay in front, so that's going to be pretty good. But it's going to bring Sam King up into second, and he's going to be hot on his tail right now. So we'll see what King can do. He's back up now. He's been holding back as Payne does come out, but he's going to come out behind King. So King will take the lead of this race now. A shout out to Navy Health, an amazing organisation there, looking after veterans and members of the military community in Australia. So a little sponsorship run there. Now, as I just ducked off then for a quick Coca-Cola moment, we do have a Coca-Cola ad that we're going to put in here now, but before we do, Signature Esports has just popped up. This is normally a Signature Esports broadcast, so make sure you check them out in our description, guys. They are down in all the descriptions, all their links to their channels, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Discord. So make sure you check them out. Jason does an amazing job over there. He also has some great YouTube tutorials on how to use graphics and other things involving iRacing and other programs. So check him out. He's one of America's best streaming networks. So check out Signature Esports. They are an amazing media partner for us here at Split Second Gaming, and we're filling in for him tonight. So shout out to him, as he is actually at the same track as us with the truck series for the goats at the moment. So check him out, and if you miss anything, you can always catch up on his YouTube channel with anything that he has done. Don't forget to help him out on Twitch and YouTube, guys. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all of the following, as we're here with King at the moment. We are 48 laps green into this race, and there is yet to be a caution. No cautions as of yet. Let's pull up the battle box here for first, if it will come up. I don't know if it will. Doesn't look like it will, so we will leave that out. But at the moment, the pit strategies are taking a very interesting run, and of course, Chopshop, these guys put on a great show for you. Make sure you join them every Friday morning Australian time, around about that 9:30, 10:30 mark. Keep an eye out for Signature Esports. Make sure you follow and hit those notifications on the Signature Esports, and you'll be able to watch these guys every Friday morning in Australia. I believe that's Thursday night around about I think it's around 8:30 Eastern Standard in America. But check it out, and yeah, don't forget to like, share, and follow everything in the description, guys. Split Second Media, Split Second Gaming, Signature Esports, and of course the Chopshop boys on their Facebook page. Get involved with them all and their Discords, and enjoy what they're doing. But like I just said, I just ducked off for a Coke Zero, and just to refresh. And since we're talking about Coke, let's go and have a quick ad break. A quick thank you to Coke, as Coke Zero is a great refreshing drink, and it's all the flavour, no sugar. Alright, we're back here with King and Payne, and Bonnell's back up there, and so is Holland. He's about 10-second gap behind this pack, but this pack is less than a second gap for first, second, and third, as King leads Payne and Bonnell. We're on lap 51 here. We've gone 51 laps green. This is the longest stint these guys have done this season. It's race 3 here at the Auto Speedway in Southern California. And these guys are putting on a show tonight up front. Payne and King swapping blows. Bonnell's been up the front as well. Holland, he's a little bit back. Let's have a look where he is. He's about almost 11 seconds back behind that pack, as he's running the high side at the moment. And that 27 of Matt Magner is trying to get through with him as they come up to Getter, who's in 20th at the moment. He is a couple of laps down at the moment. Weekly, he has ended up far down at the moment. He's in 22, having problems apparently with the engine. A few of these cars are running hot today and having problems. Reynolds has, with what we've heard, blown something with the radiator or the water or something. It's overheated, and he is in the pits. He's been in the pits now for over 24 minutes. 23 minutes now. So not sure exactly what's happening with Reynolds, but apparently the car has overheated. A few of these cars are having that problem tonight. Peter Weekly, it looks like this might be the same issue, maybe running hot, so he's had to drop it down. As we watch Holland and Magna going for it in this battle for third, and it looks like looks like Waller's going to join this battle and move himself up and take a position. Maybe even two as he takes that inside line. And that 67 car is going to try and get up into third place here. Fourth place, sorry. As he does, and he's up past Holland and Magna. So Waller almost goes up into the wall himself there. Let's have a quick look at him, because he was running high there and up near the wall in that Mustang. He's surrounded by Camaros and one Toyota there. But he's getting back on it now and having a run. Let's go and plug a little bit of split second here with the split second racing team. And also in regards to licenses, this guy is the only one on a rookie license in the field. So I wouldn't say underperforming, but just doesn't have a car under him today by the looks of it. As the Coca-Cola split second gaming racing team. Oh, he's in the wall a bit there. That's going to hurt as he scrapes it through. This track is 100% needing of that aerodynamics, and that's going to put a little bit of damage on the front right of that car. And that is definitely going to hurt as he is struggling tonight on this racetrack. So get us 3 laps down. Newman, he's actually probably, what's he? He's looking at about, I think he's about 2 laps down, 2 laps down, maybe 3 laps down as well. So he's just behind, and there's a huge pack of cars coming up to him right now, as it looks like it will more than likely be the leader there. We'll see if I don't know if it will work, but we'll see if we can pull up that battle box for you. And see if it can give us any information. Let's see if it will come up. I'm not sure if it will. Oh, and I do apologise for that. Oh, quick problem there, so I do apologise for that during the stream popping up. But that battle box won't come up, so I do apologise there. And let's head up to the top of the board now, as Payne is leading with Jesse right behind him and King all there in that battle pack right now. Waller in at 4th, he's held on a bit, and Esham has come up now into 5th place as well. I'll show you what I meant by the tracker not working for me, and that is what it looks like. And we are yellow, I think. It looks like we have gone yellow. No, we are green, I think. I'm not sure. We're on lap 58. Maybe it was just that graphic. I do apologize. Oh, he's in the wall a bit there, as the rear end of that Mustang definitely hit the wall and scraped. We saw those sparks. We're in lap 58 at the moment of 116. And these guys have been running the longest. They are, I've just clarified, they are under green at the moment, guys. They are not under a caution. So it's 59 laps under green, the longest these guys have gone this season. We'll just have to see how long this lasts for. I'd imagine now that they're all in a run, unless the back markers start getting involved, it should be good. Or the leaders start getting a little gritchy. As Holland and Magna now are having goes at each other down there in 6th and 7th. So here we go. Holland's dropped back a bit, and that's Farrington behind him, or underneath him now. Sorry, that's the 88 car of Farrington, who's just gotten past Holland. So this is a battle for 7th at the moment. Farrington gets right up in front of Holland there. Holland holding that steady line across the top of the track. And Farrington is definitely all over the place at the moment, switching it up. So only 3 cars not on the lead lap. That is from 20th back. So 20th, 21st and 22nd. which is Getler, Newman and Weekly. Reynolds still in the pits. He's been out of it. Drew is into the pits now, so it looks like we might be starting doing the pit runs again. That number 18, he's in the pits, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Everyone is actually lapping. He's going to end up a lap down here. He's in 19th as he comes out of the pits. So at least up to the top 10 have passed him and lapped him, so he will end up behind now. So from 16th back, all at least a lap down at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's check out some of those best times. So the best times there for a lap, 41 seconds there. Payne is on fire. And again, just a quick look at who they're racing with in manufacturers. So right now in your top 5 is 4 Chevys and a Ford. And in the top 10, 2 Toyotas are making an appearance. So should be interesting. And out of the Toyotas, this is one of them. And he is down in 19th right now. We'll head back to the front of the pack. It's where the action seems to be. And we'll go back to just where they're all sitting right now. We'll drop those times for a bit. And those gaps. As we are watching Payne at the moment. Let's go on board with Payne for a little bit. Let's run a little bit of a let's jump on board with him for a bit and just see how he handles this track, as they are starting to come into their pit strategies. So we'll run a little bit with him right now. This is our race leader. So let's join him in the car. So there you have it. He's putting on some good times there, Payne. He's got that nice little pack behind him. Bennell and King have been staying with him the whole way. And I'd say it's going to be interesting come the later stages of this race. As we are getting there, we're just past the halfway mark now. And Payne and Bennell and King are all sticking with him too. So they're all staying there. Esham's still there as well, and Waller's... He's a little bit back, and so is Esham, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, King is in the pits. His strategy has got him in there now. Well, the question will be, can Payne get out ahead of... can Andrew get out ahead of Sam here, as Sam is in? We'll have a quick look, see where he's at. There's a few of the guys are coming in now. So Sam's going to be in that second box to pit in. Looks like he's getting the 2 right tyres. Is he going to get the left? No, it looks like just fuel. No, he is. He's going for a 4 tyre change. And fuel. And he is coming out. So Bennell's just come into the pits now. Strickland and Waller are in as well in the top 10. Along with Nubra and Fahrenheit. Sorry. And there you go. There is the 93 of Payne, and he does go a lap up, and in front of Sam, who will be in 8th as he comes out of the pits. But I'd imagine we are going to have to see Andrew pit anytime now. and I would say King will get that back. Sam will get that back, and he'll end up in a decent position. He may even challenge for the lead here once Payne ends up pitting. And that's Benell coming out of the pits. So looking at it at the moment, it looks like there is a possibility of undercuts for the overcuts for those guys who have pitted. Sorry, undercuts for those guys who have pitted early. So the earlier you pit, it looks like the stronger chance you have of coming out in front. So as you can see, a lot of the guys are dropping down now in laps. If they aren't in the top 10, well, even now at the moment, we'll have to wait for this pit strategy to run out. We are on lap 68 of 116. So we'll just wait and see what's going on. Newman is down to 7 laps. Weekly is out. Reynolds has stayed in the pits, and he has been there for over half an hour now, trying to work on that car. Apparently a lot of issues with the engine overheating. Weekly had the same problem in his number 3 with overheating and the radiator and the water temps all going. So now top 4 are in the pits, so let's see where Sam ends up. Will he get out before Payne can? Let's see. Payne's on his way out. There he is, and King will go well past him, and King will take the lead now. He is in front. So King just over and around the 70 lap mark is in front, and pretty much everyone else to him from 8th down now. Maybe the top 10 are all going to be down in laps. So we'll just have to wait and see how this all pans out, but it's getting exciting. A lot of these drivers are probably wanting a caution to try and get some of these laps back, especially those on the on 1 lap down. Because at the moment it'd be Grieve who will get the lucky dog, which means they get to catch back up onto the lead lap. They go to the back of the pack. Oh, we've got a little moment there. We've lost the connection. Apologies for that. But looks like King's looking strong at the moment. Benell, he's about a second and a half behind, and then behind him is Payne. And then Farrington, Magna, and Holland are all dropping right back off this pace as it's starting to become a 3-horse race here. But King in the number 7 is looking very strong at the moment as Sam King is going across that line for lap 71 of green. That's right, these guys have gone 71 laps on green, no incidences, no cautions. And this is the longest they've gone all season so far. This is Season 1, Race 3 of the Chopshop Xfinity Series. Normally brought to you by Signature Esports. But tonight he is unfortunately missed the race due to family commitments on Friday when it normally is. And was unable to do it today due to other media commitments. So you are riding along with Split Second Media. And we're bringing you the... Xfinity the Chopshop Xfinity Series live today. A little delayed, but better late than never, as they say. So I'm just looking to see how many people we've got and joining us. I hope you're enjoying this, whether you're watching it live or watching it afterwards on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, or any other platform we stream to. And don't forget to like, share, follow, comment, do all that, guys. Get us out there, get it up there, and do the same for our partners there, Signature Esports. Jump onto his YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and Discord and all that, and all the links are in the description below. As King is way out in front, there's not a lot of action happening in the field either. There's a lot of space out happening now. This race is now starting to get to that point where it is just running and running. Benell is down into 3rd. Payne, he has dropped back 2 spots at the moment. The biggest mover in the race, let's jump on with Andrew Tenold in the 45 Monster. He is up 9 places tonight. So he's made the biggest moves. He is sitting in 13th at the moment. He is on the lead lap, so he's still in contention to get up there. but he is a fair way back, to be honest. But he's doing well. Strategy under green is going to matter. We're on lap 73. That's 73 laps. We've gone green. It's the longest lasting this season for the boys. And they're doing such a good job out there. But like we said, once those tyres warm up, they're no longer green and they stay off that inside line. Like now it would not be too bad. It wouldn't be as breezy as it was at the start of the race with that track temp and all that. It should be a lot better now, but still probably with green tyres, I would not recommend going down on the lower end of the lower side of the track if you've got green tyres. It'd be a little dangerous. I'm just trying to see here if I have it, if I can actually bring up one of the many options. No, I don't have it. I'm not gonna have that one. Ah, yes, here we go. Let's have a look. Talking about track temperature and all that. Let's have a look now. As you can see, it just putting up there a little bit. The calendar, it's a little off there. I do apologise, but the track temperature now is at 26 degrees. So that's going to make a big difference in that inside part of the track. So, and it's definitely that inside line there. As you can see, it's almost like 4 or 5 different lines with that kind of like that tar running through the middle there. Those inside 2 are probably the dangerous ones to be with. Waller is back in the pits. Newman is up into 20th. Waller's in the pits. Weekly is out. Reynolds is still in the pits. Newman is 7 laps down. Geller is 3. And then from the back there, we will go with the top 20. We will take the splits off because it looks like now the everyone behind Newman is out of the race at the moment, except for Weekly. Weekly is back on track, I think. Or no, there's no times ticking over, so he is out. So yes, at the moment it looks like Waller is still in, but he's in the pits for a while. He's fixing something, probably more engine trouble. But as you can see from 15th back, they are dropping right back there with Griever, Porter and Fahrenheit, Corbett. Getter, of course, and Newman have been back a fair while. But again, let's have a look down here. Let's see where Corbett is. He's a bit behind there. We haven't seen much of him tonight. We haven't jumped on. He's the 42 in the, I believe it's Hooters. In the Hooters Camaro there. He's staying strong and just pushing that car the best he can right now. And of course, Getter, the back markers, we don't really get much time. He's got some damage on the side there, so it looks like he might have hit the wall. Oh, and as I say it, he hits the wall again. And he's going to just go straight to the bottom and make sure it's going. So a little bit of damage there to that Hooters 24. Let's check out Cody. Cody's been running at the back there in that number 5. A new look. He's got that Memorial Day livery on, I believe, to honour Memorial Day as we go to lap 79. And that number 5 has just struggled all night. Same too as this man here in 20th. Is in the split second Toyota there, split second Coca-Cola Toyota. He struggled all night too, and he just hasn't been able to get a handle on that car, and he's down in 20th. Won't be his worst finishing position. He finished 22nd in at Daytona, and last week finished up in 17th. Sitting in 15th, I believe, or 18th, sorry, 18th in the championship, depending on results tonight. So current position, I believe he could be a bit better off or maybe up there. But the split second gaming car is a nice livery, but probably not one of the best out there, but does look a bit dirty with that camo, but it is definitely out there representing for the right reason. As he's getting caught up by this lap traffic now, by the leaders, as we go into lap 80. And King and Payne are switching it up, so we better move up to the front here as they battle it out, and they have caught up to each other and are going at it again. So that 93 and that 7 are doing nothing but keeping the pace of this field tonight. And just behind him is Benell. So it's become a 3-horse race at the 81 lap mark, the longest stint under green this season, and they are definitely making this a great race up the front. The 93, he's going to drag him up across that wall, get that little bit extra draft. You see Benell trying to hold that line as well. King just right on his bumper. He's going to go low here on Payne, and he's going to try and hold that low line. It's really difficult to do. You see a little bit of that rear end of the 7 start to slide as the car comes up too. He follows that natural gravity and keeps pushing it as it goes. So he's on the accelerator as it slides up the track, and he's in behind that 93 of Payne. So the Benell is catching right up as well. He's about 34.34 behind as they come up to another lap car, and they'll probably try and get him out of the way very quickly here as they take the slipstream. They'll take him in the turns. Payne working well there as he stays high and Payne goes low. King's gonna follow, so does Benell, and that lap car is gonna just stay behind there of Williams. Is just gonna drop right back and make sure he doesn't interfere. These Xfinity cars, if you haven't raced them on iRacing before, they are probably one of the hardest cars to race on these circuits, on these oval circuits. They definitely are one of the biggest challenges out there. And I can tell you right now that they will push you to breaking point if you can't figure them out. And they're very loose. These guys run on fixed setups, so it's very limited to what you can do with these cars in regards to making them stable, making them to suit your driving style. It's very unique. Pretty much these guys are racing. It doesn't matter whether they're in a Toyota, a Camaro, or a Mustang. They're going to be pretty much running similar cars. They do have their tendencies and different handling. I can definitely vouch for that. Some are easier to get pointy, as they say, which means you're able to point the nose where you want to go under acceleration. Others are, like the Toyota I found, is you got to be off that acceleration to get it pointy. Mustang I haven't driven, to be honest. But these Xfinity cars are a good handful and a good way to test your racing craft. If you can get the hang of these cars and push them hard, then you're definitely going to be able to handle a lot of the other oval track cars, especially those cup cars and that have a lot better aero and definitely stick to the track a lot easier. But anyway, we are on lap 85, still green, no cautions, and running quite well tonight. It has been the longest lasting green flag stint this season for the Xfinity boys here at Chopshop, and they're doing a great job, as we can see some of those back markers getting caught up again. So a couple of guys coming into the pits now. It looks like Magna's in, Holland's in, and Porter, he's definitely coming in as well. So you're going to start seeing that next set of strategies for tonight's race under green again, which is mixing it right up, and it's making it quite interesting. We won't know until we get to the end on who's going to be up front, but Andrew Payne is doing an amazing job. King and Benell are also there. Farrington, he's dropped right off the pace. The lap traffic's not helping. But right now, your top three is Payne, King, and Benell. They're going to be the ones to watch come these later laps. We're at 86 of 116. Now, most of these cars are going to be heading into the pits very shortly. It'll be interesting to see where exactly they end up after this next strategy. How many extras are going to be lapped down, because at the moment it's only the top 10 that are not behind in laps. Newman down by 7 laps, Getter by 3, Corbett's now down by 2 along with Porter, and then the rest are down by 1. Farrington's into the pits in 11th. 10th, Williams is down a lap. Strickland, the last man on the lead lap. There, so Striker at 9th on the lead lap. So let's have a look at Striker. We haven't seen him for a bit tonight. I saw him earlier. But he is up in 9th at the moment and looking strong. So a good points position tonight if he wants it. The question will be, does he get any further up the field tonight? We'll just have to wait and see. But Striker, he's just putting on a nice steady thing. I'm looking at his lap times now, and he is actually he's looking very consistent across the board. Not really red or green in any direction. He's actually just holding a steady run, to be honest. Looking at these numbers on the timing board, he's looking like he's just having a steady run. As King and Bennell are in the pits, that's 2nd and 3rd, or was 2nd and 3rd, and Payne is going to hang out for another lap. So it looks like Payne's dropping low now. Maybe he learnt from the last one that he's going to go in shortly. I'm not sure. And that looked like Bennell was out. Newman's in as well. And it looks like Gavers is out. So Newman's in the pits. Who else is in the pits? Wallace is still there. Parker's actually Parker Weekly. He's actually out now. He's out on track. Reynolds still sitting in there after almost an hour trying to repair that engine. So we are on lap 90. Here we go. We haven't got long to go, guys. About 20 laps, roughly. A little bit more than that, about 25. No cautions. 90 laps green. These guys are having an amazing race as Payne is out there. A few of these guys will be after a caution. They'll be hoping for a caution. Just hit that reset, you know. The top 6 are all on the lead lap. So, you know, to hit that reset, especially for those guys that are down 1 lap, you know, you kind of want that caution to happen and stuff. So, but Payne, he's on a run here. About to take him to 91. 91 laps green. And this is an absolute amazing effort for these guys. So, as he's coming up to more lap traffic, that is the number 45 of Andrew Tenold. He's in 6th, so that's going to bring in the top 5 on the lead lap. So, now I'm not sure what's happened, but I'm just looking at the time board and I just had a flash up warning. I wonder if we're going yellow. And we're just going to have a check here. Yes, what has happened here? Newman's in the grass. What has happened? I just had a big flash up on the time warning. I was trying to figure out what was going on there. And they are under yellow. So that is the first caution of the night. So that is big. They're under caution. And I am not sure what's happened, but Newman is on the infield. He is really trying to get it out of the grass. But I'm not sure what has happened there. As he is struggling. What has happened? It looks like he was driving. Oh, there's a bit of damage there on the front right. But not 100% sure there. That's the split-second Coca-Cola Toyota. They've got green flags waving as well at the same time of a yellow. So, not quite sure if they're under caution or under green. But they did go to 91. They're at 25 laps to go here at the Auto Speedway. But I think they are under yellow. Because a lot of them are pitting in now. And yes, they are under yellow there. So I'm not sure what's happened. But Newman is really struggling to get to the field. Oh, was that's a huge puff of smoke. Did he hit the brakes or was that the engine? I am not sure. but we are under caution. It's officially a caution. So let's take a replay at what happened there. The safety car is out. Alright, so as you can see, he puffed the smoke and he has pulled it over to the end there. So what's actually happened? So it looks like he's definitely blown the engine. Alright, so here he is. That looks like turn 3, 4. Looks like he's come down low. He's on the grass. And he's in the wall. I'm sorry for the but yes, he's definitely on the grass on the wall there in that chase view. And that big puff we would have seen earlier would definitely be the engine blowing. So that's caution 1 on lap 91, Shane Newman in the 33 car. As we rejoin the guys, they're out of caution. The safety car now taking these guys around. So Andrew Payne still up front, or should be up front, but looks like we're waiting for them all to rejoin the safety car. And technically Ethan there in the 23 is in second at the moment, with Valley in that number 16 car all the way back up now. He is up there and King is hanging high with him. Now it looks like they've sorted themselves out and Payne is going to go there. So right now, let's get rid of that tower until the safety car goes. And we'll just have to wait and see. But while we're waiting on this caution, let's go to a Coke ad. Can't go wrong with a bit of Coke. So shout out to our favourite drink, Coca-Cola, as we are on under safety car at the moment. Lap 93, I believe. 93, 94. So we'll pull this under this caution. We'll pull this up quickly as the safety car is going to go another lap. So 22 laps to go. And at the moment, Payne is in control with Essam, Valley and King. Benell's there, Holland's there, Magna's there. So it looks like all the way into the top 10. The top 10 will be on the lead lap. And then from there on, Strickland will be the first one a lap down. But that has hurt Newman. Blowing the engine, that will be him for the night. We're just waiting on word, but apparently the radiator is gone, and that will be him tonight. So he'll end up at least in 20th, maybe 21st if Weekly can bring himself back in regards... Weekly won't come back, so... not Weekly, sorry, Waller. Waller, if Waller can bring back his car and onto the right laps ahead of Newman, then Waller might be able to take that 20th spot. But we'll have to wait and see. Reynolds still in the pits. It's been 58 plus minutes in the pits repairing what damage happened earlier tonight. We still haven't been able to find that replay of what happened. So we do apologise for that. But yes, we should be going green any minute now. And when the safety car goes, which he has, we'll be going green and the racing will be going. It's time to go green! Let's go racing! And Payne's got control of the pack as he gets away early. And on the inside Valley, it's the first time we've seen him up the top here tonight. And what a workout he's done. He is up 14 positions. Let's jump in with Jason Valley, because Jason Valley is up 14 positions. He's the biggest mover for today. And this is going to be a big chance for Valley if he can stay up there, as this pack is moving. They're all back up now and getting involved. Let's see what they can do. But Valley, he's going to battle it out here with King and Essam. I do apologise to the guys if I get the names wrong and the pronunciations. First time I've worked with these lads. But a big shout out to everyone on track. They're a great bunch of lads, as King's making that move up on Valley now on the high side. In front of him is Essam. And they're going to make that move up and around. King's going to try and get that draft by that 23 car. And that Toyota of Valley's just going to slot right in there, that number 16. He's just going to sit up behind and get that draft. So he's up in the top 4, but Payne is leading right now. He is leading that pack in that 93. He is doing such a great job tonight. Definitely the strongest car we've seen, I reckon. Him and King, who's sitting there in 3rd, have been pushing themselves all night to lead this pack. A little bit of luck has come through, but one of the other cars I do want to bring back into this, he has brought himself back. We talked about him earlier in the night having some issues and really struggling. I think he was even a lap down. He is now in 5th, so I'm going to bring this guy up on screen. He's stuck in the middle of a pack, but he is in 5th. And look at him go. Holland right there behind him. Bennell behind him. Bennell was up there with that pack of 3 fighting all night, and this is the first time he is not there. So these guys are going to try and work back up right now with 19 laps to go. I wouldn't be too stressed, I don't think. It's more a case of being up there in the last probably, I'd say, 5 laps. You want to kind of be in the top 3 area, but we've seen Payne and King drag that lead out really quickly from 3rd, so maybe they might want to put a move on if they think they need to get in there. But a shout out to the number 99. He's come back from way down. Pit strategies have worked for him. He's done such a good job. So definitely a good night for him. As he's moved up into 5th. He was down in the bottom half of the field, even a lap down I think at one stage. So he's done such a good job tonight when we since we spoke to him about him last there. So a good job there. Let's move back up with Payne. He is there. King is back into 2nd. Valley's in 4th there, feeling must be feeling like he's doing a good night tonight. He is 12 up. He is the mover of the night at the moment. He was 14 up. He's now 12 up. But these guys with 17 laps to go are pushing. And they just want to probably stay steady now. Tyres been on that green lap. Would have been cold. So under safety car, they probably didn't warm up 100%, so they've kind of wanted to stay off that lower line, but that would be heating up right now and getting a lot better, especially with those tyre pressures coming to temp, as it's later in the afternoon. So it's had a bit of heat put through it now, so it's not going to stick like glue, but as we just saw with Newman in that replay, and we've just been notified, so he pulled into he was coming out of the pits, he's gone in and apparently just gotten a little loose on the inside turn there on turn 3. Tried to recover on the grass, he couldn't, and it's thrown him straight into the wall. And then trying to get back to the pits, the engine's overheated and blown. They won't be returning to tonight's race. They will be staying in the pits and repairing, as they're looking at least 30 plus minutes of repair time. So that's a bit unfortunate for the split second Coca-Cola Toyota, and unfortunately the last appearance for split second in the Toyota this season. So they move to Chevrolet next season. So again, guys, don't forget to check out our media partners, Signature Esports. This is normally their event on Friday mornings in Australia, or all Thursday evenings in America. Make sure you check out Jason and them. And of course, Amar Race Control, and he's also does paints and liveries for iRacing. So check him out as well. But these guys have got 15 to go. The top 4, there you go. We've got Payne, King, Essam, Valley. Bennell's moved up as well. He's ahead of that 99 car we just talked about before. Nubra's there as well as Holland. So the top 10 are all doing quite well at the moment. And a couple of spots moving back and forth. But Payne, you got to say he's got the car of the night. With 14 laps to go, you would say he's probably sitting in a good position right now. If another caution doesn't come and they run the rest of this race under green, he would be feeling very confident. King, he's probably in the position he would want to be right now with about 14 laps to go. You know, just sitting back and holding. sitting back and holding here on it. He's in a good spot to be able to make a move later on in these later laps. So sprint car comp, Junior asking on YouTube, sprint car comp. Possibly, yes, later on down the track. Split Second are looking at doing a few competitions. So, and while we are talking about what's coming up, coming soon to Split Second. So, we haven't run these tonight, but we will now. Coming soon to Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media with 13 laps to go. Of course, on 5th of June is the new formatted and recalibrated F1 Academy Series. So make sure you get onto our Discord and register there. It goes live on the 5th of June, running 2 days, Sundays and Monday nights at 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. 5 weeks of heavy competition and 10 races to find out who will get an invitation to the new pros when the new game of F1 22 comes out. And that's coming soon. So, as well as, here's a big announcement, more details to come in the coming weeks, but the Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media are bringing you the Holden vs Ford, Australia vs USA League very soon. So keep your eyes out for that. There's a lot more to come on that in the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes open for those. But right now, if you're joining us, it is lap 12 laps to go. We've seen one caution tonight. Unfortunately, that Split Second Gaming car is out now, where he's just slid off the road earlier, setting that caution about probably 15 laps ago for the first time. Longest lasting caution, longest lasting green run this season for 92 laps, 91 laps under green these guys went. But right now, King and Payne are up the front, running it. Valley's down in 4th, Essam is in 3rd. Burnell is in 5th, and probably got a good chance of maybe moving up the field, I'm not sure. But we've got 11 laps to go. Not much happening at the front here. King just staying steady, not pushing too hard. Payne making sure he drags this time out and gets this race done. With 10 to go, let's have a little bit look down in the back pack at the moment. In the back 10, join the Toyota here of Richard Holland, as he has the 56 of Michael Nubra in front of him, I believe. Actually, I think that's the 11. I think he's trying to lap that 11, is it? Or is it the 58? No, that's the 11 there. That is the 11 of Brendan Porter that he's going to let pass. So, good one. Nice and sportsmanlike there by Brendan. As Richard is going to do his best to keep that high line in that beautiful Tabasco livery. The 35 is been running well tonight for the Toyotas. And for those guys who have just joined us and are wondering who's driving what, just a quick look there. The top 4, 1 Toyota, and in the top 10, 2 Toyotas. There is no forwards in the top 10. Forwards are dropped down to 15th and 16th there, and of course in 21st. So, as Richard is trying to move up the field, he's just caught up in all this back traffic. There's not much he can do as he is trying to move up the field. Let's move up to 56 there. He's caught up in a lot of traffic as well. But he has got less work to do as the 99's only just in front of him, and that is 6th place. If he can get the draft off these guys and move through, he could find himself right on the tail of that 99 car and get up there. So with this little battle pack right now, it's a mix of current top 10 drivers along with the lap drivers. So they're going to try and push themselves up there. 8 laps to go. We're here at the Auto Speedway in Southern California. And at the moment, Andrew Payne would be the man to beat, as we'll join him up front again in that 93. He's got King on him. They've been leading this race all night. Burnell down in 5th. He was with them most of the night tonight. That last caution has just put a spanner in the works for for his plans. His strategy was working up until then. He's dropped 2 positions. He's been sitting in 3rd most of the night. But right now, SM and Valley have done really good. They've pushed themselves up with 7 to go. Valley's down the back there, as you can see. But that 23 car has brought himself right back into this race. 7 laps to go, and these two. But I got to say, Payne and King have been neck to neck. Andrew has had the car all night, and he has done a great job. It looks like a strong chance for a victory here for him. But King is sticking with him all race. King and Payne, they started him 1st and 2nd, and they're looking very strong tonight to finish 1st and 2nd. So Payne qualified with the pole, King in 2nd, and no changes there. But the biggest mover of tonight is in 4th, and that's Jason Valley. He's also the first Toyota runner tonight, and he's just at the back there. But he is the #1 Toyota driver tonight, and they are looking very, very strong with some of the Toyota drivers. However, one is leaving, of course, and that is the split-second car. They'll be moving to Chevy along with the rest of most of this field. As it looks like we might have had a caution. Either that or Jason is pushing really hard here. I think there is a caution. There it is. I'm not sure what has happened, but with 5 laps to go, we have a caution. So it looks like back in that pack, 45, mixed up there with one of the other drivers, and that is Andrew Channel. What's happened here? Oh, that's Bennell. 96 of Bennell and 45 will come together. I do apologise, our replays are not working the best tonight. Sorry, our replays aren't working the best at the moment tonight. But our replays aren't working the best, so I do apologise. But the 45, a little banged up after there. That was Tennell and Bennell and Tenold, sorry. So not sure there, but what's happening here? Oh, okay. So we've got a few in the pits. Here we go. Andrew Payne's in the pits along with a few other. They're using this caution to get the fresh rubber on with 4 laps to go. We'll have to wait for this safety car to sort things out. But this is the 2nd caution of the night. So Payne should end up in 3rd at the moment. Bennell in 2nd, and King stays out. So King will have the lead at the moment. Bennell, who was just in that accident, the question is, from the quick replay we had, whether or not he was the cause of it or just involved in it. It looked like originally he moved down, but the 45 moved up as well, so not 100% sure on that one. We didn't get a lot of time on that replay. We will shout out to the replay team that they're not exactly coming through clear, so hopefully they can fix that up before any more issues may arise. But we'll have to just get those boys onto that. Hopefully they can fix that. But you're watching Split Second Media. And while we're under caution, I'm going to have a quick break and grab myself a refreshing Coke as we stay here with the front pack. But caution number 2, 4 laps to go. Coke Zero quenches the thirst. Tastes just like Coke, only no sugar. All the taste. Alright, anyway, we are back. The caution is about to go. We've got 3 laps. I believe we are going green, white, checkered. So for you Australians who aren't familiar with NASCAR, it means they're going to get a green flag, they're going to get the white flag, and they are going to get the checkered flag all in one run. If anything major happens, I think they're entitled to 1 safety car and then another hit of laps, or I think they might run under the rule of finishing under caution. But here we go. It's green, it's green, it's green, and King has the lead as they go. Burnell's in second and Payne is in third. Valley's in fourth. Essam's down into fifth. But this is going to be the end that everyone wanted. King has launched himself out. Can Payne bring himself back as Payne goes to the outside there and tries real hard to keep it going? Valley, what a man. He has moved up this week. And I've just talked about him and given him the commentator's curse. And that is huge. That's a big moment. And I believe we're going to caution again. That is massive with 2 to go. What? He looked like he just got turned on the inside there as he went high. But that was massive. Wow. That is huge. And that is unlucky because he was sitting there in up at the top 3-4 drivers. I think he was in 4th. And that was the biggest move he's had. But King, no, final lap. It has been called the final lap. There is no caution. There is no caution, I believe. And if the safety car does come out here, it will be at the end. But it looks like King and Payne are battling at it. There is no caution. It's not happening, apparently. This is the final lap. Or it is a caution. It is. I'm not 100% sure how this works. It looks like this is final lap. It's going to finish. King will be first, Payne will be second, and it looks like Farrington in the 88 is going to be third. That 99 car has ended up coming up into 4th, and Burnell has finished in 5th, maybe? No. So these are the unofficial results here. But that is going to give it to King, the number 7. What a race. Unfortunately finishing under that yellow checkered flag, but King will get the win and Payne will end up in second, and it looks like Farrington will get third in 88. So that is a massive, massive way to finish the race under the caution. But that is the unofficial results. Wow, the checkered flag is dropped. What a race. The top 20 there, that's where they've ended. That is massive. But officially, that is your winner right there at the moment. King, he's had an absolute pearl of a race. I got to say, Andrew Payne, a shout out to him. He's just had a massive race tonight, an epic battle. That last caution that he did get did throw him back a bit to put the chase on. I think it would have been on if there wasn't another caution. But wow, look at that as he celebrates. Sam King, his first win of the season. And definitely enjoying himself there as he writes his signature on the Southern California logo there for the Auto Club Speedway. And that will be one to remember for him as he goes and parks that right now into victory lane. And the number 7 car, absolutely beautiful there. And he gets first place is Sam King and Andrew Payne. A shout out to him. But what an absolute pearl of a race. Let's pull up those race results if we can. And if it will show, it does. So I do apologize for some of those things, but I wasn't able to get all the graphics. But there you go. The Sam King gets first place, and then Andrew Payne, Jesse Burnell, and then Stephen Essam, Nubra, Savdai, I gotta say, he had a great race. Kevin, we watched as you were at the back and brought yourself all the way to the front. Jason Valley there, he was unlucky right there in the green-white checkered, and he's ended up there down in 7th, finishing. Strickland, or Striker, getting in at 8th, and Farrington in at 9th, and Holland, Richard Holland, rounding out your top 10, but does officially end up a lap down. And then there's the rest of your board down to 18th, and let's see if I can get that a little bit further down. If we can see a couple of more, I believe we should be able to. Yes, there you go. So there's your top 20 there, and so Shane Newman there causing the first caution out there, and he ends up 34 laps down after blowing the engine. But the rest of the boys seem to be able to stay well on track. And Getter and Graveler were able to keep themselves up only 4 laps off the lead lap and did pretty well. Waller ended up out early, and so did Weekly with massive engine problems tonight. The temperatures definitely caused a lot of issues, along with Reynolds in 23rd. And then that's just the great man himself, Amar, who does paints and race control tonight. So not a lot of too many problems there tonight in the action, but I will say this: we've got to have a quick look at those other 2 incidences. There was 2 there at the end of the race, so let's have a look and see what happened there. First was Jason Valley. Looks like he got caught up. So multiple cars. There's 23 is Jason's number. Jason's 16. So 22, apparently 23. Oh, looks like the 88's gone to try and get in the middle there of that gap, and the 23, 88, 16, 88's trying to get in that gap. And it looks like 23's gone up, had to lock up in front behind that. System, so apologies there, but yes, 23 into the back of 96, 96 into the front end of 88, 88 into 16, and it just causes that huge track reaction. The biggest loser has to be that number 18 car. It was so hard to get himself back up to pack tonight, and particularly, yeah, that was just unfortunate for him, but
best ever? Good question.
Sorry, accidentally put on the Coke ad there. And then apparently there was one more incident there, but our biggest mover was Andrew Tenold. He moved 10 spots up from qualifying, and the biggest drop of the night was Joseph. Joseph dropped down 12. Oh no, sorry, was Chad Waller. Waller dropped 17. So, but apparently there was one more incident there when the safety car came out after the yellow finish flag. So we'll bring that up. So it looks like there was an incident there. It looked like with the way it was going, that yellow, the safety car had pulled these guys up. 23 wasn't prepared for it. He's gone in too hot. The back of 55, trying to get out of the way. So the official results will come through on the Discord. So make sure you join the Chopshop boys on Discord. As they will give you all the updates there. Their admin team is amazing. But for now, tonight has been the Chopshop Xfinity Racing Series. Don't forget to check out our partners in crime. All in the description, guys. There was the a great race tonight, but also in our descriptions are all the links to Discords, Facebooks, YouTubes, Twitches, all that stuff for all of the guys. So Chopshop and Signature Esports. A shout out to Jason and his crew at Signature Esports. Are doing an awesome job. Hope you had a good call tonight on your truck series, mate, with the goats. But as for everything else, a shout out to Coca-Cola, Navy Health, AMAR RC, or Race Control, AMAR Paints, and a special thanks to all our viewers today and for joining us, and everyone else who will watch this after the show's streamed. Make sure you like, share, follow, and comment, and go and join those links, and join us on Discord, Facebook, and all our other social medias. And don't forget to also join the Chopshop Facebook and the Signature Esports pages and socials as well. Get in there and help Jason get even bigger with Signature, as they are an amazing media brand, and we're grateful that we are partners with them. So yeah, but for now, that's pretty much it from the Auto Speedway. It was an amazing race. Again, a quick shout out to all the Chopshop boys. We'll pull up those standings one last time, just so you can see the final results. So first place, Sam King. That's your top 18, and we will leave it at the top 18 for tonight. But what an amazing run. These guys had a great effort tonight, and I got to say that it was enjoyable from my point of view as a commentator. So, but next week on Friday morning, it's at 9:30 our time in Australia, in Sydney time. Check out the Signature Esports. They'll bring the Chopshop Xfinity series live to you with Jason. He'll bring it live on his coverage, and make sure you join him. If you're in America, I believe that's around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. So make sure you join Jason and Signature. All the details are in the description below. Click those links and join him. And keep up with everything that is Chopshop and Xfinity series, along with Split Second Gaming, Split Second Media, and of course Signature Esports. But for now, guys, I've been your host, Phoenix. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep on gaming.